Hey guys, what's up? How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. In today's video, we'll be using Franco. One of our friends actually requested this hero, so I decided to make a content for it. My gameplay here isn't the best, but I still hope you can learn something from it, so let's get started. If only Bane was here, we could have killed that Selena. But it's okay, it's still early in the game. Anyway, if you're planning to use Franco, always remember he's not like other tanks. Most of his skills are single target, except for his second skill. And because of that, Franco can't really set up team fights like other tanks do. But the thing is, Franco is actually one of the best tanks to use if you're playing solo. Here's another thing that people often blame Franco players for. They think it's all about the hook. But honestly, even if you don't land a single hook the entire game, that's not really a big problem. As long as you know how to use your ultimate properly, you're still doing your job. You don't need to have 100% hook accuracy with Franco. That's impossible. What really matters is how you use your flicker and ultimate combo on the enemy's main damage dealer. There are definitely some players who are really good with Franco, but even they can't land on 100% of their hooks. And that's completely normal. So when you're using Franco, just focus on targeting the enemy's damage dealers. Not all enemies are damage dealers, right? First, you want to target the marksman, second, the jungler or the enemy core, and third, the mage. Remember, if you can take down the enemy's damage dealers, your chances of winning team fights or clashes increase dramatically. And here's one more thing, hiding in the bush as a roamer. This is a technique you can use, especially when you're waiting for the right moment to make a play or set up a fight. But make sure Mia lands her stun first, because honestly, I'm not that great at landing hooks. That's why you need to focus on timing before making your move. But honestly, it's not a big problem. As long as, like I said, you know how to use Franco's skills properly, everything will work out. This is where Franco really shines. If you prioritize the enemy's core or jungler, it becomes really easy to catch them, especially if you use your ultimate first. Unlike other tanks who need to set up just to control the enemy jungler, with Franco, once you use your ultimate on the jungler, it's basically done, you've already secured them. But in this gameplay, I didn't land my hooks very well, and I was a bit late with my ultimate. If the enemy jungler was really good, they could have taken the turtle before I used my ultimate. But of course, that's not a big deal. You know, the important thing is to enjoy the game, even when you make mistakes. Just have fun, that's really what matters. Did you notice my rotations? I don't stay in just one lane. If you noticed, I move around a lot, and that's exactly what a roamer's job is. You shouldn't just stay in one place, you need to visit your other lanes and help your teammates whenever they need it. But here, I went to the bottom lane because I wanted to push the tower. Their core is moving really fast, so it's important to reduce their area of control. What I mean is, when you push towers, the enemy's vision becomes smaller. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. What I don't really understand is that I hooked their core, but I didn't manage to pull them in. Franco's hook just isn't that strong sometimes. Right after I respawned, I went straight to the turtle because it had just appeared. And here, you can see exactly what I mean. See, that's why the turtle is free for us now. Because I was doing my job, it didn't matter that my flicker was still on cooldown. As long as I took down their core, there was no problem. And our jungler didn't even need to use retribution here, because there was no enemy left. That's what I want to make clear to you. And I used the river to quickly get to the top lane so we could take down Layla. But I really didn't expect Lapu-Lapu's damage to be this strong. But it's okay. I'm just a roamer, so no problem there. At least we were able to take down another damage dealer. I almost forgot, but I noticed some hero buffs recently. One that really stood out to me is Balmond. Guys, he now has 40% defense reduction, so I feel like Balmond might become meta again in high ranks, though I'm not completely sure. Just imagine, 40% defense reduction. That's really strong, especially for newbies who want to learn how to jungle. I also noticed some buffs on Martis, so I'd say that I could definitely use these two heroes in my next games. But it still depends because it really comes down to which hero feels comfortable for you. It's all about personal preference. By the way, I went live last night. To everyone who watched, thank you so much, and I'm really sorry. My phone couldn't really handle it because I had so many Mobile Legends videos recorded already. And to those asking, yes, I'll still be uploading videos. My live streams are different from the videos I post, but in the future, once I get more comfortable with live streaming, I might stop using AI voices altogether. Alright, back to the game. We're now in the mid-game, and this is a very important part because the late game is just around the corner. At this stage, you want to make sure the enemies can't farm items anymore. And as a roamer using Franco, your main job is to catch the enemy damage dealers, especially during this phase of the game. But if you really can't land your hooks like what's happening to me here, then just use Flicker into Ultimate instead. But I actually got lucky with a hook here, and the best part is the one I caught was Layla. That's why it turned out really good. This is exactly what I mentioned earlier. Once you take down one of their damage dealers, the enemy team starts to struggle. And I also want to say this, a roamer's stats are not important. If you have a lot of kills, that's fine. If you have a lot of deaths, that's also fine. Even if you have no assists, which is almost impossible, it's still fine. And I got lucky again with another hook. This time I caught their mage. That made things even better because it stopped them from clearing the minion waves quickly. Chang'e clears waves really fast, so catching her is a huge advantage. Oh, and by the way, did you know you can actually play Chang'e in the gold lane? Go ahead and try it. I saw their jungler leave the base, so I didn't waste any time. I immediately chased him down. I even used my flicker just to reach him. This should have been the moment where their jungler played more safely, especially because the Lord was already up. So if this ever happens to you and you're playing as the jungler whenever Lord is on the map, always play carefully, especially if you can't see the enemies on the minimap. Because of that mistake in our game, the Lord became free for us again, since there was no enemy core left to contest it. And here, I tried to hook again, and I managed to catch their mage. The only reason I attempted the hook was because I saw on the map that their red buff was still up, but the mage wasn't in position, so I assumed they were hiding in the bush, and I was right. So that's it, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video and comment below if I missed anything. Thank you so much for staying until the end, and if you're a roamer playing solo, try using Franco, who knows, maybe his playstyle will fit yours. Just remember to practice first and keep grinding.